I've been there for so long. I got my key to the place. So anybody who wants to come and train with me there, I have what you call a lifetime membership. I pay for it. I want it back, and then they can stay and follow the order. If they follow the order, they might make it. So, as I said before, you know so many guys that I trained that you know that they made it all the way to the Hall of Fame. So
Yeah,
you could make it in Gleason's gym with me if you
100%.
have the heart to come and put it down. You know what I mean?
100%. And you'd have to say, like, Gleason's gym would, without a doubt, would have to be the one or one of the top wrestling gyms or schools in the world in history of professional
But
wrestling. Like,
by yes, but by far,
by
you're
far,
saying right thing. The reason why I said by far because I'm going back so far. Well, like I said, SD Jones. I found him in the Bronx, and he wanted me to help him out. I had a basement apartment where my son was born. Not a basement apartment, a basement in the basement of the building when my son was born in Manhattan. There was a guy there doing bodybuilding, and not bodybuilding, a heavyweight bench, and he had like a little gym in the basement. And he lived there with the super. Let him have it for a certain kind of money a month, and he take guys, train guys weightlifting, so he could make the money to pay for the basement. And he didn't pay the rent, so I wind up taking it because I was in above them in that building when my son was born. One time I went to the Bronx and they wanted me to help some of the guys with the club in the Bronx. They wanted me to help them out. I went. They said, "Well, I got a couple of guys you could wrestle with." I saw the black fellow, and I said, "I take the black fellow over there." And he says, "Well, but the other guys are better. You know, he just new. He don't know nothing." I said, "Well, I take him. He looks good. He had a better body than the other guys." I said, "I don't need the other guys to work. I could work." So I took him. I worked with him in a good 20 minutes. No big deal. And then he loved the idea that I took care of him, and he asked me maybe you could help me out. I said, "Come on down to the basement where I had the weights and the mats on the floor." And I said, "You tell you what, pay 2 months of rent here to the guy, and for me, and then I'll help you." And then one day, I'm gonna tell you this is a real good one because I'm pretty sure you heard of SD Jones, right?
yeah, 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 100%.
Okay, so Gorilla Monsoon used to do shows in Trenton, New Jersey, and he says to me, "Johnny, I need a guy for Trenton, New Jersey. Maybe you could get one of those guys that you help out." And I said, "Well, maybe I will." And I so Pedro Morales was something. Then Pedro, I was driving with him, and Morales live in Queen. I live in Manhattan. I said he picked me up downtown. I says I got this fellow with me. Can you take him with me? He says no problem. So I told him, "Come on with me. Maybe you could get on." So I brought him to Trenton, New Jersey. We walk in about maybe 6:30, and Gorilla Monsoon comes running. Johnny, did you get me the guy? I said, "Yeah, here it is. Here it is." He goes, "And what's your name, fellow?" And he shook his hand. He goes, "Ephraim Conrad." He goes, "What? What was that?" And he said, "What? Ephraim Conrad." So he says to me, "Johnny, what kind of wrestling name is that?" Because Ephraim Conrad, SD Jones is from Antigua. He has like an accent when he speaks, fast. So Gorilla Monsoon said, "Johnny, what kind of wrestling name is that?" I said, "Wait a minute, what are you asking me for? You asked me to bring you a fellow because you need it for substitute, and now you're complaining. Here it is. I brought it to you, special delivery." He goes, "Special delivery, Jones," and you're working with him 20 minutes. So that's how he got his name, Special Delivery Joe. And that was one, actually, that's one of the first characters that I ever helped out in the business in the sense of helping guys to get in. And
Yeah,
then, you got the Jose Estradas who were me and quite a few guys that, I think it's a long run, there's a lot of stories, but according to the fans today, if really the only ones that are really interested in these type of deals is the old timers that still are running around, they're fans, and they hear people like myself talk, they enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And let me ask you this, Johnny. Like, has there ever been someone that like just walked in the door at Gleason's, like on the first day, started training with you, and you've gone, this person is going to be a superstar, and they went on to have like an
Yeah,
amazing.
you could have those thoughts in mind. Right now I got quite a few of them in there. I mean, real smart kids, real gents. They're not wise ass or nothing. They're not looking for nothing. They're looking to see if they can make it. Yes, but it's not that easy to say. I had them. Oh my God, I had them. I had guys, twin brothers, like uh, tall, 6'6", 6'7", 280 pounders. They look fantastic. They play football, or they play whatever, and they're college boys, and they come. I had them, and they work out. They walk around with their chests out, and no matter how much I did with them, no matter how smart I was, they didn't pass go because it's just the mentality. The real McCoy is here. I tell you, Piers. It's when somebody has in their heart that they love the game, they love the pro wrestling game. And when people that really are fans, that they love it, they got them in their heart. They don't have to be 6'7" or look good or what. They just love it, and as long as they take training and they get a chance, they can make it. Because I've been around so many years, and I've seen so many characters of all sizes, and the ones that you think that they're not going to get over, those are the ones that they wind up selling out, and the people who love them in every which way. I can speak for myself.